It's not 5. Are we live? How come it's not? YouTube, come on, wake up. Oh, there we go. Ah. Ha, Suri, how are you? Uh, one like already, thanks. Oops, let me turn me down. I gotta turn me down. No, the update, 9 a.m. UTC, so I think in 2 hours. It hasn't dropped yet. But they have released the compensation details. Oh, sit tight. Just give me a moment. Here, I'll be back in a minute. Okay. I think I'm back. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can I hear me? I can hear me. Yeah. Okay. Well, well, well. Okay. Hope you're all doing well. All three of you. Let me get settled. Your clan lost. Imagine that. Hey, something very strange. Your clan won. Yeah, this is what I was going to say. I logged into my other. Wait, Suri, don't get ahead of me. Don't get ahead of me. I logged in the other day on the account where I'm the Sharps, and it actually said something I'd never seen before. Your clan lost. Couldn't believe it. The streets actually won. So, something I don't think I've ever had to do before, I'm going to get to do right now as a street. I think this is my street one, isn't it? Where does it show? Street. I got to go claim my reward before they take it away. Let me put it this way, Suri. What I'm about to do right now. Streets are always losing in my region. Yeah, same. All regions. So in North America, they always lose. In Europe, they always lose. Oh no, you chose street. I did originally too. I chose streets, and I did it on one of my 3 accounts. I stopped. What do I want to drive? Where's my? Is this the one with the 370? Where's my 370? You know what? I feel like it's a Porsche day, and we're not gonna fast travel today. We're gonna actually wrong one. This one. All right, come on, move. There we go. We're actually gonna drive all the way. Okay. Oh, this sweet 1986 Porsche 911. Anybody have this car? Do you like this car? Not foreshadowing anything right there. Okay, well, how many are here? There's a few of you here. I mean, it's early. So, big news day yesterday. Suri's on the ball. She asked the question, or like the first question, the update. Looks like the PS5, this PS5 specific update is going to drop, I don't know, in an hour or two. Sometime this morning. They're saying no server shutdown. It's just a file drop, install, and go. No server shutdown supposedly. 40 bug fix. This is the one, I guess. Why does my headset sound so weird? I think I turned my monitor off by accident. Anyway, it's kind of weird. So this is the one, I believe, where they said, the PS5 specific update coming later, but there's also PC and Xbox stuff in here, actually quite a bit. So they actually put out a bug list because it's only 40. It's 40 items. So I didn't count the items on the list, but it looks like about 40 or so. So I guess they just can't go past 40 because the 300 bug list, as far as I'm aware, still hasn't come out. That was an 8-item list, something like that. So yeah, I mean, we'll go through the list. Well, maybe not the whole list, but I read through it. There are some kind of interesting things on there. Some things that seem strange. A, that they were a problem, and B, they're so tiny, why are they fixing them when we have bigger issues? But we can go through that in a sec. But yeah, so the update will drop, like I said, I think in about an hour and a half. If I have, it's 9 a.m. UTC, so whatever that is for you. And I guess the bigger thing, I don't know, is that the bigger thing? What's the bigger thing? This compensation that they mentioned ages ago, and all along they've been saying, we're still having meetings, we're still discussing the compensation. So, Where do you want me to start? You want to start with compensation? You want to start with the bug list? Where should we start? Shit, I got another 5 kilometers. This car is not fast. Hey, get used to this car. If you don't have this car, get used to it. Still foreshadowing. Have you figured it out yet? I don't know, what should we do? I'm just trying to think, like, for presentation purposes. Should we start with the bug? Let's go with the compensation first. So, you know, nice apology and blah, 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 and they understand our frustration. I don't think they even come close to understanding our frustration. Not even close. I don't think they could possibly, I mean, they should be in this room. My wife understands my frustration. I hope the patch fixed the issue with performance on PS5. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So here's the compensation. 5 premium stickers. Yes, 5 premium stickers. Because what is anything in Solar Crown without stickers? And, so, like I said, how do you like this car? How do you like this car? Does everybody have this car? Who has this car? Does anybody not have this car? Yeah, no, premium stickers. 5 premium stickers is a big part of the compensation. You like this car? Okay. Did I give it away? I said, I don't know. Let's see. How many of you remember ages ago when they first started talking about compensation? Do you remember what I said? Do you remember what I said it was going to be? I believe, to quote myself, some shitty car that we're not going to want or use. Guess what they did? Some shitty car that we're not going to want or use. Okay? Stay tuned. It gets better. Trust me, it gets so much better, and only the way that Nacon and KT can do it. Let me collect myself. We got 300 million. I got to go collect my 50 grand. Here, let me put it this way. The 50 grand that I'm going to pick up right here as a street, probably the first, maybe the second since the game began, is worth more than the freaking compensation they're giving us by about 50,000. It's a complete joke. Okay, let's see what's her name again? Marika? No, not Marika. Mila. Once again, well, I guess technically I think this is the second time, so yeah, I guess it's once again. It was a 62, what was it? Instant challenge. What happened to, where were the sharps during that one? Oh wait, there were 2? When was that one? 3? When did the streets wow. Happy day, oh my gosh. 87 to, what? When did Streets win all these battles? When did that happen? Okay. All right. That was a surprise. All right, so I mean, really guys, you gotta love this car. So what we're getting, the compensation is this. It's a 1986 911 Carrera, but the adventure, so the off-road version of this car. So remember, I said ages ago, the compensation will be some lousy car that none of us wants, nor will we use it. And they've done it. But here's the kicker. It's the most amazing thing, because when I saw that it was this, I just saw they did like this nice graphic art thing where they have the car with like this safari kind of background thing, whatever. And they're like, oh, this wonderful car. And I'm like, this is just the 911 that's already in the game with a new skin on it. So I thought, okay, they created a new skin for this car and said, here, let's give them something. It's supposed to be exclusive, apparently. They didn't even do that, because it took me 3 seconds to get past that and say, no, they're not even that good. You remember back in the video, I think it was the 1 year roadmap, they talked about Ibiza. and these new cars that were going to be there, and that they were going to have these saline versions of existing cars that are just tuned up, modded body kits. You know, they talk about body kits and all stuff. So I'm like, seems to me like this is just the car we were going to get anyway in season 2. That's exactly what it is. And the kicker is we don't even get it until season 2 because they haven't finished making the car yet. It's not even done. It's not even finished. They've admitted that they're still making it, so they've offered us compensation, which they can't give to us for another 2 months. Honest to God, I cannot make this up. Let me read it. It's just, where did it go? To thank you for your patience and support, an exclusive adventurer, quote unquote, adventurer off-road edition of the 1986 Porsche 911 Carrera Coupe will be given to all Gold Edition players who have played the game before October 12th. October 12th? Do they really mean October 12th, or do they mean September 12th? Because September 12th was the official launch. So I think they even made a mistake there. I just caught that now. Because I'm like, why October 12th? What does that have? Why is that a date? I don't know. It seems weird. I don't know. I don't know if they really mean October 12th or if they mean September 12th. Anyway, this exceptional German car will be part of the cross-country category, available from level 15, and is fully equipped to navigate on the rugged off-road trails from Hong Kong Island. Okay. Pay attention. The Porsche 911 Carrera Adventure Edition will automatically be transferred to your garage in the first weeks of the Season 2, the time it takes for us to polish the car and its integration into the game. A pack of 5 Pioneers of the Solar Crown premium stickers will also be part of this compensation, with more details coming in the next weeks. The car isn't even finished. It's not even finished. I'm going to put this link in the chat. It's the car isn't even finished. So we won't get it until season 2. The game will probably be dead by then, so we won't get it at all. Anyway. Yeah, so I don't know. I said it was going to be a useless car that we weren't going to need or use, but it's one that was coming in the game anyway. It's not even done. We don't get it for another 45 days or whatever. Well, they said the second week, in the first weeks. So who knows? That could be January. It's like the car's still not done. Okay, so I mean, we could talk about that all day. So let's go on to other stuff here. So the second major patch, Tuesday, November 5th at 9 a.m. UTC, primarily focuses on graphical enhancements. This is stuff for Suri that you were asking, enhancements for PS5, also some game performance on PC, Xbox. Includes network upgrades, improved peripheral compatibility, and numerous bug fixes. And we okay, whatever. A big apology that they're, the usual. We're working on things. Past weeks, patting themselves on the back for what they've done over the past few weeks. So okay, the patch. Let's see. Again, so they spent like half of, so when they're the part they wrote about the second patch, the first half was them patting themselves on the back for the first patch. So they do a lot of patting themselves on the back for something that didn't address PS5 at all. Okay, so what they're claiming here in this patch will be more consistent frame rate. So this is for PS5 specifically, a more consistent frame rate and performance, an increased resolution in quality mode from 1080p to 1440p. Suri, does that sound good? With Kat, haven't seen you in a while. How are you? I have more fun with a pool game. I'm thinking about going back to pinball. Yeah. Let me do this. PS5 quality from 1080 to 1440. There. I don't know. Does that help anybody? Did I write that correctly? And then they're like, oh, over 40 bugs fixed. Okay, improved game stability, enhanced optimization, frame better compatibility. Okay, steering wheel stuff. Okay. They're also talking about AI improvements, which I thought they said the AI was exactly the way they wanted. In the video, they were talking about how AI was exactly. I mean, it was funny how they twisted that. They knew it was a mess, but they twisted it into like this is the way we intended all along. So I don't know. They're talking about the expert AI, smoother experience, but it won't. None of this will happen until sometime in season 2. Basically, they're saying this won't be applied before season 2. I mean, they're saying launch with season 2 at the latest, but we know their timelines. So then even after that, so I don't even know what they're talking. They're talking about difficulty, AI difficulty and behavior that will be, fixed or whatever by the launch of season 2. But then they're saying there's more deeper AI balancing coming after that. So nothing's going to happen anytime soon. They're also talking about dry and wet weather and what I don't know. There's like not much detail. It's the usual. They say a lot of words, but they don't really mean anything. Server stability. Again, patting themselves on the back. Again, it's like 4 sentences. The first 3 sentences are talking about the amazing job they've done so far. Continue working. Okay, so they're like, we've done a great job, but we're still like, anyway. Ranked. Okay, here's one. This is something that where actually, there's something here. Ranked matchmaking. We understand that many of you are facing challenges with ranked races. Our development team is actively seeking a short-term solution to alleviate the situation. Why not just fix it? Short-term solution. And we're fully committed to finding a more permanent fix that will ensure you get the best possible ranked experience. Well, it's been months. I mean, this has been... We acknowledge that the competitive Solar Crown experience in Season 1 may not be optimal. Really? Especially in less populated regions. Less populated regions like Europe and North America, because I can't find anybody to do a ranked match in Europe or North America. I haven't even really tried in Asia yet, but I imagine, Suri's been talking that, and other people from Asia have been like, they can't find anyone either. What are they talking about? Less populated areas. I'm playing on Europe servers and North American servers, and I have the same problem in both. Like that's 3/4 of the fucking planet. Oh, it's not 3/4 of the planet. You know what I mean? It's hyperbole, but you get it. Anyway, less populated regions. Like, what are they talking about? To improve this, we're focusing on game design adjustments to better align the ranked system with player behavior and needs. Well, the player behavior is this. I go into a ranked race, I expect at least 4 or 5 people all the time. That's the behavior. The need is you can't go into a race that requires a minimum of 2 people, and you never get 2 people. In the meantime, we recommend grouping with other participants before entering ranked events to enhance the experience. Well, that doesn't work either. I've tried it. It worked once, and then it didn't work 5 minutes later. So, again, they just keep putting the problems on us. They're like, well, our game is shit. Here's a bunch of hoops for you to jump through. Additionally, we're aware of concerns regarding cheating, and solutions are already being implemented to tackle this problem. Yeah, well, it's a little late. Car performance and meta. Some cars have upgrades that are too powerful. We've listened to your comments, and we will be making changes accordingly. Some vehicles will see a reduction in performance, while others will be improved in the future. There is no ETA yet, but this is a significant topic that the team is actively working on. Got it, folks? So those meta cars that you're painstakingly, grind out and make all this money and then go, spend more money on upgrading them, and then you spend a bunch of time with custom tunes and all that stuff. Pretty soon, none of it will matter. They're going to they're going to nerf these cars, and all of that is going to be a giant waste of time, and you'll just have to start all over again. Just do with that what you will. We want to make the car experience in Solar Crown more realistic, both in terms of driving and the power of the available upgrades. Race restrictions will also be revised accordingly. And then they're like, hey, by the way, season 1 is live and blah, 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 and a wonderful time and blah, 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 live events. Okay, change log. So on the server network side, fix various login issues, performance instability, reduce shadow, okay, improving memory consumption and stability. Fix the crash that could happen when entering a spot. Fix the crash that could happen when traffic spawned. Fix the crash that could happen while buying car parts. You guys saw the other day, I couldn't freaking do it for an hour. And PCs fix the crash that could occur when playing with certain AMD GPUs. PS5 reduced frame drops in performance mode. Well, there are a lot of frame drops, so I mean, the bar's pretty low there. Graphics, improved global illumination performance, improved Octree racing performance, improved shadow quality created by headlights, improved SSR upscaling. PC use DLAA instead of FSRT AA by default when available. And PS5 improved quality mode resolution from 1080 to 1440. How do you like them apples? Does anybody like that? Free games can have online players from all over the world together, right? Yep, Cat. Pretty sure they can. Pretty sure. Okay, where were we? Compatibility. Okay, they're talking about wheels. There's a bunch of wheel force feedback fixes, this kind of stuff, clutch binding and gear binding, whatever. You guys can look that stuff up if you have specific problems. They've also added Fanatec, how do you pronounce that? Fanatec CSL Elite as a recognized device. So for fans of Fanatec, there you go. Bug fixes. Fixed a soft lock that could occur when opening the map at the same time than various menus. Soft lock when pausing and accelerating at the same time during cutscenes with Vivian. Fixed garage slot not updating when uninstalling and reinstalling DLCs. There's a bunch of fixed issue where pause menu would be unresponsive if Alice menu was open before. Fixed aliasing of certain fonts. Fences sometimes not having collisions. Fixed the start button POI on Lotus Evija. Fixed license plate light turning on with reverse and brake input on Alpine A110. Like, that's like, really? Who cares? Like, somebody noticed that? You got bigger issues than the license plate light turning on. Fixed dirt wrongly applied on Corvette C7s that are 1. Okay. Fixed brake light animation while spoiler is open on Porsche 911R. Fixed cases where NPCs could be run through. Fixed various wall collision issues. Fixed issue where French audio was not playing correctly. I guess we're talking about that video they put out a few weeks ago. The one with Alain and Guillaume. Maybe that was the French audio that was, because there's, never mind. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Some random. Fix the race. Fateful confrontation always being identified as a ranked race. That's interesting. Maybe that's why I couldn't find anybody to do a ranked race, because I was going into a race that was marked as a ranked race that actually wasn't actually a ranked race. That could do it. Fixed wrong highlighted races while having the secondary task ad campaign pinned. Okay, yeah, I noticed that one too. Thought I was imagining that one, but apparently that was, Fix the case where Avatar could fall underground during onboarding in the first car dealership. Here's this one is one important one. If I understand this correct, because again, this is probably translated from French to English, but let's see if we get this. Fixed rewards depreciation enabling itself when abandoning or being disconnected from races, right? Right? So you go into a race, we know you have that. Now it's a 4 race limit to get the full XP in cash. It used to be 5. Anyway, whatever the limit is, because apparently some people are saying it's 3. I'm like, well, it was always 5 for me up until last week, or whenever it was when I put that video. Anyway, whatever the number is, if you got disconnected, or if you abandoned the race, or for whatever reason you didn't complete the race of your own will or not, it counted as one of your attempts. The way I'm reading this, that no longer happens. You basically have to complete the race for it to count as one of your attempts. If I'm reading this correctly. You know what? I'm going to put this in the chat. There we go. Fix the case where the wrong garment applied to the avatar preview when switching rapidly from one category to another. Okay. Fixed issue where car livery would not apply to another player's cards or cars. I'm not sure. Fixed high-stake events rush hour, sometimes not triggering. Yeah, people were complaining about that one. Fixed an issue where beard were not displayed properly after adding a mustache. Fixed wrong car thumbnail ratio when using an ultra-wide monitor. So people on ultra-wide monitors get a little bit of help there. Improvement in AI behavior while close to the player. Interesting. Fixed yellow floating lines. Fixed GPS voice still talking when set to off. Fixed issue where parts of the avatar were turned gray. Fixed roof selection on radial menu when driving a car with no roof. Wow. Fixed issue where cars could change color depending on the distance. This was one that I was running into all the, at the beginning wasn't a problem, then suddenly became a problem after they started fixing things. Fixed ghosts sometimes not being visible in time attack. Yeah. Even when you said, show me the ghost, it still wouldn't show the ghost. Fixed rain in the pause menu. You know where they should fix the rain? In the game, not in the pause menu. Fixed rain in the pause menu. Enough with the rain. Just remove the rain. Let's get a non-rain season. 1 season of 0 rain. And then there's 3 Xbox-specific fixes. Fixed black blinking during races. Fixed crash when connecting Logitech wheel. Fixed issue where wheel angle was being wrongly reset on Logitech devices. And miscellaneous kind of updated matchmaking value for toxicity. Okay. Updated camera settings in shops. And added F13 shortcut for ping display and NVIDIA reflex. Okay, and apparently there's a YouTube video they put out. I haven't watched it. It's probably a half an hour video or something. I'm not even going to bother. So that's, that's where we're at. So we got this Porsche 911 off-road edition that was going to be in the game anyway. That's not even ready, and we don't get it until sometime into season 2. 5 stickers. So, I don't know. What do we think about that? Anyway, this update, when is this update going to come? Yeah, this update's going to come down soon. I don't know, I think in another hour. Anyway, I hope you're well, bro. Not played this since September. Kevin, how are ya? Nice to see you, Kevin. Yeah, good for you. I've been playing it very little the last few weeks. I've been trying not to play it at all. I tried to get a refund, actually, and PlayStation said, well, very few players are experiencing problems, and the publisher hasn't admitted anything, so therefore, they basically said, go screw you. And I'm like, okay, that's great. So when my PS Plus comes up for renewal next month, guess what? I'm not renewing it. I'm actually shopping for an Xbox. So probably by the time my PS Plus expires, I'll be on Xbox. Can you stream directly from an Xbox? I still need to find this out. I think you can do it from Twitch. I'm not sure if you can do it from YouTube. I gotta find out. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, Kevin, yeah, I totally get why you haven't played it. It's been, I mean, mostly I only played it to help people. People were, you know, just help people stay informed, give people, there are many people who were coming on the channel who hadn't bought it yet and, you know, wanted to, you know, stay informed. And that's primarily why, you know, I was here. People who wanted help with something. I'm not playing it for my enjoyment. I got to tell you, it's been a sour experience. It started off pretty good at the beginning, you know, before they started improving things. Because even out of the box in September, you know, we know the problems. But it just got worse. It got worse from there. So it's just been a huge frustration for me. Mark Vincent Goldschmidt. Hey, man, it's really, really sad with the TU franchise. You know, you said it, man. How are you, by the way? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming in. You know, hey, don't be afraid to subscribe or like. We much appreciate it. No, I you know, you're right. I'm so sad because, you know, I was looking forward to... Listen, there's a whole generation of people who kind of heard about this TDU thing, and those of us who had experiences with 1 or 2, you know, were kind of like, hey, this great game, blah, blah, blah. And now these people are looking at us like we're completely mental, you know? And I know it's not politically correct to say that, but they're like, guys, what's wrong with you, right? Like, and it's like, no, you don't get it. Like, this is not a TDU game. It's not. It's they completely destroy, you're right, completely destroyed the TDU name. And it's not getting better. It's not like, come on, like their compensation. I mean, we gave real dollars for this thing that they're saying, they're admitting we didn't get. We did not get the experience we were supposed to get for that extra 40 bucks. I paid almost 140 Canadian dollars for this damn thing. Oh, and by the way, it was on sale. Gold edition, I don't know if it's still on sale. In Canada, 25% off. You could buy the gold edition for 10 bucks more than the standard edition. It was either 10 bucks more or 10 bucks less than the standard edition. I think it was on sale in other regions too. It might be over now, but it was on sale for a couple of weeks. Just blew my mind that, you know, PlayStation, I mean, only the gold edition, the silver edition and the standard editions were not on sale. So it's like they kind of admitted, you know, that there was a big boo-boo there. So it's like, hey, if anybody wants, you know, the stuff for the gold. Anyway, that was the whole thing. It was on sale. But yeah, we got, you know, we gave extra real money, and they're going to give us this car, which is pretty much useless. I mean, they're giving us, it's an all-wheel drive version, so, you know, it's a bit better. Because, I mean, I like this car, but in the game, it's not really, can't do much with it. It's not really competitive enough to do much of anything. But, so yeah, giving us an off-road version. I doubt it'll be meta. It's not like it's going to be an OP deal. It's like, I wonder, do they really think the players are like, wow, nice Porsche to come? They don't care. I mean, clearly they don't care about the players. I mean, I mean, they might say they do, but you look at what they're doing. Do they? Like, I mean, because they said they didn't want to ruin the experience. So yeah, but I said that from the get-go. As soon as they talked about compensation, and people are like, they're going to give us millions of solar. I'm like, no, they're not. They're going to give us some lousy car that means nothing. And that's exactly what they've done. Actually worse, because now they're saying like they can't even give us the car because the car's not ready yet. And we have to wait like 2 months to get the car. Like, it's classic KT. Here's something that's coming, but you gotta wait, you know, forever for it. It's beyond a joke. It's just beyond a joke at this point. It's so sad. It could have been... The real shame, I mean, we've all said this, I've said it many times, the real shame is that they actually built a pretty decent map. They just didn't put enough in here. There's just, I mean, okay, here's an example. The new live event started on Friday, okay? And in their little blurb about the new live event, it says, you know, there's new content. this new live event brings new content. I'm like, okay, really? New content? All right, cool. What's the new content? Well, where was, oh, here. Is it still there? There it is. So this is what they call new content. So we know there's the Sports Complex B, right, which is the inside part of the track, and there's Sports Complex A, which is the outside. So what they did was they took half of the A and half of the B and called it new content. I mean, is that really what we call, is that new content? You know, I'm like, that's a bit of a stretch. And they did the same thing over here with this one. I think they took, I believe they took, which one was it? Yeah, there. They took part of Trip Around the Peninsula and, oh, my controller. And what's the other one? Actually, no, that's it. It's just, is that it? They just took, yeah, it took Trip Around the Peninsula and mashed it with there, part of this one. Part of Deja Vu. They mashed them together, essentially, and called this new content. You know, and I believe they did the same. Where's the other one? Is up here somewhere. I think they did the same thing with the third one. I mean, that's not, I mean, anyway. That's not new content. But you know what we're talking about. Missions, we're talking about, you know, cops, we're talking about, I mean, you know, there's the houses and all that other stuff. But it's just too bad because they have a good map here to work with. Of course, 80 to 90% of all the races you go into are wet. Night and wet, you know, you can't use your slick tire, and then it recommends slick tires on top of that, all of that stuff, right? It's a shame. It's a shame. I mean, offline mode. They could have just gave offline mode early on. Guys, I mean, have you seen the numbers on Steam? They're peaking at less than 300 players per day. Less than 300 players. It's all cheats. It's nothing but cheaters on Steam, and we're down to like less than 300. It's bottoming out at the low periods of the day. It's like barely 100, 150 players on a weekend. On a weekend. And the Porsche 911 off-road version is going to save the game when we're at 300 players on Steam. 300 players. Oh yeah, I talked about this on the stream the other day. They put out, so Nacon put out their financial release, their quarterly financial release last week. And, you know, they've been claiming in those videos and, you know, Discord and whatever for a while that they fixed all of the server issues. Like weeks and weeks ago, they claimed all of the server issues were fixed. In the financial results, they said all server problems have been resolved. Yet in this write-up that I just, you know, this post that they put on Steam yesterday says, we're doing more server fixes and we acknowledge more needs to be done in the future. So how is it they're telling the investors that all the server issues have been resolved, but they're posting to the players that, yeah, there still are problems, and yeah, guess what? We're not going to fix them anytime soon. You know, it's like, I think the financial regulators should be looking at these guys pretty close. I mean, there's something going on here. Something's not right. I mean, where's the consumer protection? Because this is, I don't know. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. Anyway, there you go, folks. I got to get going. Bottom line is, compensation is coming. It's going to be a while before we get it. It's a lame car and 5 lame stickers. God knows how many bugs that car is going to have when it does come out. Sorry to be cynical, but they haven't, you know, they gotta earn. They really gotta work hard to remove my cynicism, and it's not going away anytime soon. I mean, in about an hour. I guess the big thing for today is the PS5 specific update. We'll see. I'll probably come back later today. I'm gonna fire it up, mess around today. Maybe we'll do some live streaming later today. I don't know. Today or tomorrow for sure, and we'll see. We'll see if we can crash it. But anyway, that's it for me for now. Thanks for watching. Please like or subscribe. Always appreciate you guys coming back or coming for the first time. Have a great day. Like I said, check out the update. There's no server maintenance, they said, so it should be, without disruption to the game running. So this should just be an install, launch, go. So fingers crossed that actually happens. Also, if you haven't done it, the new live event ends tomorrow. So go get your Audi Chevrolet jacket. I pointed this out the other day. When you get the jacket, it's actually called the Audi jacket, which is a German car manufacturer. And then it says USA on the back, and it's celebrating the Chevrolet week. So more of the usual. Anyway, we'll see ya. Stay cool. Bye-bye.